Why should we? They tell us to forget the past, that is over and done, gone, history. Why should we? They say racism is dead, and they think of the past. Said Lincoln set us free, saying forget the past. And I say, how can we? They say you got a black president now. What more do you people want? Just let it be. We can forgive and move on, but never will we forget those ships that sail the bloody sea. How can we forget the blood-soaked waters that brought the boats over from the native land? How should we forget how we are still treated on the ground that was built with our ancestors' hands? How dare they say that we should just forget the past and move on, when they are still calling the derogatory, shameful word of nigga to any black man or woman born. They said we have a black president in the White House in Washington, D.C., but they think of him like they thought of the first black man that they kidnapped across the seas. Do they tell the Jewish people to forget, or the Indians to forget what happened to them? We had black holocaustic genocide right on America's land, that we must not let the memories grow dim. And we forget the agony of the men, women, and children chained for days, months together in the bowels of the ships. Then we disrespect their agonies and death that were made into champagne for oceanic sips. As their bodies stank so from no washing, if they were not thrown overboard from being sick. Ships forced to dock so far from the town because of the stench, as the hungry, lazy people on shore waited to see which young buck or wrench they would pick. Why should we forget? Why would we forget? We can forgive, but we can never, ever forget. But I'm so afraid of the younger generation not being taught or not caring, taking the genocide whips out of the hands of the enemy and being slaves to ignorance and the devil's pets. That's why they don't want the story of slavery to be taught in schools. For they know education on anything brings knowledge and not brainwashed fools. We older ones must get on our jobs and try to reach into the minds of the ones still in school and not corrupted by the streets or the non-caring music industry, and teach them about their past. Not to put hate in them, but to let them know that it cost blood, sweat, and life for them to be free. And that Beyonce and Jay-Z or Kanye or any of the others they idolized did nothing for them. Teach them before the last of us die and the memories fade out and fade out dim. No clean version either. Let them know about the whips, the scaldings, the babies ripped from their mother's arms. Let them know how mothers killed their babies, rather than to let the sadistic rapists cause them harms. Let them know about the horrific details of slavery. Don't change what happened in our history. They say forget, and I say, why should we?